As for the testers, there were two main people, Bob Nodell and Jaron Campanella. Their on-camera missteps have been remarked upon many a time, but they deserve repeating here. Bob Nodell, who oddly enough does not call himself a pilot when he mentions his credentials in this film, famously presented a ring laser gyroscope as a tool that would be able to reveal the fact that the Earth was not spinning at 15 degrees per hour.
And if the gyroscope is mounted anywhere on Earth, it's going to drift. In today's 21st century navigation systems, they're using what's called a ring laser gyroscope. It is extremely precise. If we could simply get one of these ring laser gyroscopes, we would be able to prove once and for all that there is no rotation to the Earth.
But when they fired up the ring laser gyro, they got a 15 degree per hour rotation. End of story, right? The Earth is rotating at 15 degrees per hour according to the very premise he set out with. But wait.
We obviously were not willing to accept that, and so we started looking for ways to disprove that it was actually registering the motion of the Earth, and that it in fact was registering the motion of the sky.
And this is why I call them globe deniers, because they are about denying the reality of the globe. If their test had shown what they wanted, they would have ended things right there. Wrap it up, boys. We did it. But since the globe passed their test, they looked to discredit their test by making up an ad hoc claim that the gyro was picking up the motion of the sky. When the evidence doesn't support their theory, they discard the evidence instead of discarding or at least revisiting their theory. His excuse for ignoring the evidence of the gyro?
Not any one single experiment proves anything conclusively. That's why we're building a preponderance of evidence.
Yeah, the problem is every experiment they do reveals evidence of a globe. They haven't even managed to prove no curvature as evidenced by Nodell's statement here.
At a conference in Raleigh, we want to have proof there's no curvature. And if we can do that, it's game over.
If we can do that. If. Which means he knows they haven't done it. In his own words, Nodell shows that he has proof of the Earth's rotation, but doesn't want to reveal it because it hurts their position.
But the rotation is not looking good at this point. We don't want to blow this, you know?
Right.
I mean, we got $20,000 in this freaking gyro. But yeah, if we dumped what we found right now, we would be, it'd be bad. It would be bad. So what I just told you is confidential.
Okay, I won't say it.
Yeah, that's no scientist.
Romy, like other ring lasers, relies on the Sagnac effect, in which two beams travel in opposite directions around the same path. Because the Earth is rotating in the direction of one of the lasers, it incurs an extra path length that the laser accommodates by stretching its wavelengths and lowering its frequency. The frequency of the counter-rotating laser rises. When interfered, the slightly clashing lasers' frequencies create beats, the same pulsing beats that piano tuners try to eliminate as they strike a note and a tuning fork at the same time. The beat frequency is a direct measure of the rotation that causes it. With its 12-meter arms, Romy is more sensitive than smaller ring lasers, and instead of one square ring, it has 4 triangular ones. 3 are required to put down rotations in any direction, while the 4th adds redundancy. Being so new, however, Romy is plagued by experimental drift. The machine is settling in soft sediments, and its steel tubes will flex with it.